Hello, thank you for joining me. Today is Wednesday, 17th of November 2021. Moon is still in the skies till 5 p.m.-ish in UK GMT time in Ashwini. So it's a really good time to tell the universe of your desires, write them in blue ink, white paper, and place them in the northwest of your property. But don't do it after. And it really does deliver really well. Anyway, so yesterday I showed you a technique. I sort of had a video about Prince Charles and whether or not he's going to be the future King of England. I've always had a little bit of hesitation about this, and there has always been a bit of resistance from the people regarding him becoming the future king. However, you know, by just looking at the surface things in his chart, it looks as though, you know, obviously Queen is not well, and if she was to pass, it looks as though he might take over the monarchy. However, I personally feel there is going to be massive changes in the way monarchy is, or is it going to be? And so it's a little bit questioning. And I did actually look at some things in his chart, which I will show you today, some techniques. You could use these too. And I did a prashna this morning as well, just to see what's happening. I did also notice that the Jupiter, transiting Jupiter right now, I mean, I know there was a lady who said that Queen is Sagittarius ascendant, but I'm just going to stick to what my teacher showed me. And you know, he has always immaculately researched everything, and I'm never going to question him. He's my guru, and you know, that was Mark Boney, and I'm just like, I really definitely, you know, go with her. I wouldn't want to, but it doesn't mean that I don't, you know, I don't believe in the other times, but you go with what feels right for you. But there are many reasons why I feel as though the timing for the Queen is right, and I have kind of put them in the description of the video about Prince Charles becoming the king that I put out yesterday. But also she's a Capricorn ascendant, and right now in the sky, Jupiter, which is her 12th and the third lord, is right on the ascendant. Right, she's got like a Jupiter return. It's pretty much dead on the same degree. It's incredible. Literally, I think, let's have a look at that actually, rather than just talking about it, just see what we can see. Get rid of me. I'm just going to cover this as well, so there's no distraction. Actually, let's go to Queen Elizabeth, and let's do so you can see. So Queen Elizabeth, as you can see, she has Jupiter on her ascendant at 29 degrees 41. So I did a prashna this morning, which should be this one, and look at that, 29 degrees 40. So she has got the 12th lord sitting directly on her ascendant today. As well as that, there are other reasons why I think this is there could be something going on. Transiting Mars at the moment is aspecting her first house. And also Saturn is, excuse the noise outside, Saturn is her second lord, so it's a Maraka planet, right, sitting again right on her ascendant. So that's another reason why. Transiting Rahu is also aspecting there as well. And also, you know, so there are quite a lot of malefic things going on in her chart at the moment because of that reason. So I think there's you know, and also transiting Pluto is sitting there. I don't like to use them, but sometimes I look at them and see what's going on. So I think there's like things going on. And also, as everybody's soul planet is the sun, is sitting with K2, which cuts away things. So this is how it's looking in the skies today. So I did actually ask the universe, you know, will Charles be the king? So, and there's a very, very easy prashna technique, which you can just look at just the angles, which on this one will be Capricorn, Aries, and also we have Cancer and Libra. So when the ascendant ruler is so strong, which is obviously good, so it just means yes, there is. Yes, so it will be a yes. but by the sheer fact, and also because we have a benefic there as well, it could happen. So the answer could be yes. But by the sheer fact that this is Capricorn ascendant and Jupiter is not a good planet for them, there will be difficulties for sure. So, and then I'm going to go on to Prince Charles's chart. So Prince Charles, some of the reasons why I think there might be difficulties is Prince Charles, obviously, he's a Cancer ascendant. And his fourth house, which is his homeland, has got a debilitated sun there. Sun is also his Atmakarka. So that's one issue. And also, I know there's an exchange between Venus and Mercury, and I talked about this yesterday. So although they're both strong and work as though they're sitting in their own chart, nonetheless, he has a debilitated Venus directly on UK's ascendant. So I don't think this is going to be something that the masses will welcome. So there will be some effort, some push, some things need to be addressed in order for people to actually accept it. So it's not going to be easy peasy, and he's not, you know, it's not everybody is going to be welcoming this. Then also I always like to see what's happening with you know, is he going to gain, because this is like gain of something, the D11 the Iyer one, Ekadamsha. So in Ekadamsha, to see whether or not somebody gains something during that dasha. So you look at the dasha lord, and this only applies to the dasha lord. If the dasha lord is, because obviously this is the Sagittarius ascendant, so if dasha lord is in an angle or in the 11th house, then they will gain that. So to me, I can't see that it will, because Jupiter is sitting in 3rd house, which is quite a difficult house for with the 8th house ruler, you know, so I can't see that happening. So that would be a little bit difficult. I think also it's really good to have a look at Prince Charles's dasha. So share again so we can see this. I'll just cut this. Okay, so Prince Charles, if I show you on his birth chart, as you can see, he's running Jupiter dasha till January 2029, and at the moment he's doing he's on Jupiter Venus till July 2023. That's from his moon. From his ascendant, he's running Mars moon till February 2022, just there, and Rahu from there onwards. So these are his dashas that he's running. So let's have a look at his chart. So I use for my readings, I use 27th nakshatra system, but also the 28th nakshatra system, which has Abhijit in it. So from his moon, Prince Charles's moon, Jupiter is his Nedana nakshatra. So it means that it's going to have effects of 8th house and 12th house. So therefore it's almost like walking on quicksand. Just as you think you've got something in grasp, that can be taken away from you. Or there would be losses, expenses, sudden things happening. So it's all going to be a little bit out of control. I mean, obviously, I do realize that 8th house is also inheriting the throne as well. I fully understand that. But generally speaking, he's not in a very good dasha from his moon. And that is really how we feel. His sublord Venus is very supportive of his of this dasha, so it's quite comforting. It's a Sampat nakshatra from the moon, so that's helping the feeling. And then what happens is from his ascendant, he's in Mars moon. So Mars from his ascendant is again his Nedana nakshatra, but this is quite a short. You know, he's been through this difficult period now. He's almost coming to the end, February next year. But nonetheless, Mars is a difficult nakshatra for him. But Moon is his sadhana nakshatra, which is quite comforting. He can achieve quite a lot during that time. And he will be going into Rahu Dasha from the ascendant, which is his ascendant is Pushya. So this is all from Pushya now I'm saying. So from there, yes, it's going to be like more comfortable when he enters February 14th next year, where from the ascendant Pushya, he will start his Rahu Dasha. So from his Ashwini, his 22nd nakshatra in the 28th nakshatra system, 22nd nakshatra in the 28th nakshatra system, which I learned from my teacher, is your Vinashika nakshatra. And I can tell you, I've been through this and it is a horrendous thing. So for him, his 22nd nakshatra falls in Capricorn, it's in Abhijit. So 22nd nakshatra being for him being Abhijit, it just means that something taken away from him, if you like. So because it's 6 degrees 40 to 10 degrees 53 there. And we will have, in transit, we'll have many planets actually hitting that point in his chart, which is actually it's other people. It's the opposition. So pretty soon in the skies we'll have Venus, Sun, Mercury, and Mars traveling through that, as well as the Moon regularly. So that part of the skies will be activated in his chart, which is directly opposite his ascendant Cancer. So that will be quite challenging for him, and that will be like they will activate that point. So anything that actually gets activated with those planets can be taken away because of Abhijit being the nakshatra that was taken out, literally. And that's between 6 degrees 40 and 10 degrees 53 of Capricorn. So already from his Moon, his 22nd nakshatra is in the 10th house of the natural zodiac, and it's in the first house of his mum's the monarch's first house, Capricorn. But what's interesting as well is for Pushya ascendant, his Vinashika nakshatra becomes Ashwini. This is the very, very interesting one. And Ashwini, or actually Aries for that matter, is UK's 8th house, which is obviously can be a difficult one, but it can also be that it kind of breaks that takes it away. There are losses there. Or it could obviously be inheritance, but I dare say Ashwini being the 22nd nakshatra from his ascendant. So his 10th house has got his ascendant Lord Moon and also Rahu in there. And Ashwini is his 22nd nakshatra of losses, downfalls, and so that would be a really difficult time. So this is the reason why, for the life of me, I can't imagine that this situation will occur or it will stay. So there will be something that will happen. So whether or not there is something fundamental going to happen to the monarchy, or he Prince Charles takes the throne, but something happens, or I don't know. I have no idea. But for me, there is a question of that. For your own chart, what you can do also is find your 22nd nakshatra in the 28th nakshatra system, so with Abhijit, and make sure you never take on anything massive, take on a job, get married, or anything like that, anything major, move house during that time, buy a car, because it is just literally activate something negative. And it will be negative, but then obviously out of every negative thing, something good happens as well in our lives. But it's just, we've got to go through that turmoil and suffer before the good things come in. And I know, I can tell you, for me, it did create, I think it was about 2008 it was activated. And so yeah, it's interesting time, and we all go through it, you know. But and every time we go through difficult times, because we have had the experience previously, it's not quite as bad. But this will be occurring in his 10th house, and there will be like planets, you know, activating that literally constantly for him. And so the other thing I wanted to say, so use this, obviously, make sure you use it from, because your dasas from your moon is how you feel, from your ascendant is how it is, and use this system of D11 Iyer chart, where you actually see whether or not you get your job or position, status change, which is when the dasha lord is in an angle or in the 11th house. That can actually bring about some changes. Okay, that's enough now, because I hope it was you know, I explained it okay for you. I wish you a really nice day. Thank you for supporting me. I'll see you next time. Thank you. And thank you for all of you who've actually made some wonderful comments. That's so cute. Thank you very much.